Reese removed, quote, Chi-Town Barbie from her Instagram. Yeah,
The writing was on the wall. Let's be clear here. The writing was on the wall when we saw this. This let us know what time it was. This is Angel Reese's Instagram. She removed the Sky Barbie, whatever Chicago Sky thing she had in the bio, gone. All you see, Bayou Barbie. She already removing Chicago Sky.
Angel Reese just clicked on her own nickname's unfollow button. The Chi-Town Barbie is no longer there. Like your cousin's mixtape career, it was erased and disappeared. WNBA executives are now heating things up by implying that she ought to leave and ask for a trade. Is this the most chaotic unfollow in sports history, or is it a drama about basketball branding? Stay tuned as this rabbit hole turns reality TV into Sunday.
Today, we have got to talk about the Angel Reese Chicago Sky situation because it seems to be getting uglier. Was the game that Angel Reese was suspended for the first half of the game. Now I laugh because when I first saw that news, I have never seen in professional sports ever, you guys correct me if I'm wrong, I've never seen an instance where a player is suspended for only half of the game and only specifically the first half of
The Chicago saga has devolved into a level of ridiculousness that is often reserved for soap operas in which identical twins discreetly date the gardener while plotting against one another. By removing the words Chi-Town Barbie from her Instagram account, Angel Reese has formally severed her relationship with her Chi-Town persona. Yes, exactly. Like a terrible roommate who never paid rent, Chi-Town Barbie was evicted from Instagram and dragged out of the building.
drama in Chicago. The plot is thickening around Angel Reese. As we know, the other day, of course, the Chicago Sky, in my opinion, sent a very limp kind of punishment towards Angel Reese. A whole half a game suspension, whole half game, after she threw her teammates under a train right before the train was coming down the tracks.
If you've been an athlete long enough, you're aware that the contemporary equivalent of submitting divorce papers is removing something off Instagram. Forget mediators and attorneys. All you need to do is take off your nickname and everyone will know you're done. And that's just how this feels. However, let's go back in time since Instagram housekeeping wasn't the beginning of this entire Chicago Sky story. It began when Angel Reese effectively said that she was the truth and that everyone else on her list was
And Angel Reese obviously is done in Chicago. Like, she's never going to play for actually, she might play this season, but she's done. She's absolutely done. Like, if I was Angel Reese, I mean this when I say this, like, I would, because let's be real, the Chicago Sky fans have been on her side the whole time. Do they play any more home games? I think they might play another home game. But like, I would go out. I would go out and play one more game. Instead of going out like it seems like she's going out, which is going out just quick.
She wasn't limited to berating her teammates. She put them in line, figuratively, placed blindfolds on them, and pushed them beneath the train that was approaching. Full send, no hesitancy, no flinch. What was the penalty for using this scorched earth tactic? A suspension during the half. Yes, exactly. The Sky determined that openly torching your teammates would result in a punishment that was shorter than most Netflix episodes.
More disconnection shown in video evidence, man. With the Chicago Sky and Angel Reese, it's looking bad by the second. Now, if we take a look at this video, man, it looks like Angel Reese is just done with the Chicago Sky, done with everything that involves the Chicago Sky. I mean, she looked like she is ready to go, man.
A half game. Imagine a court telling you, we're going to take away your Netflix password after you rob a bank for half the weekend. That isn't discipline. That is a long coffee break. Allowing a child to have their phone long enough to text everyone about how unfairly they're being treated is similar to grounding them. Fans questioned whether Chicago Sky management was worried about being subweeded next because of the suspension's extreme weakness. Fans collectively lost their minds, of course. A few participated in DEFCON 1. Reese should be evacuated from Chicago right away. This city is a lot more too dramatic, too political, too sensitive, or too anything else. Someone is shouting with
WNBA executive said Chicago Sky are the worst run organization in the league and that Angel Reese should demand a trade. She needs to get the hell out of there. Chicago is probably the worst run organization in the league. You're going to suspend your best player because she's putting pressure on you to get better. That was embarrassing to see. Shout out Kurt Miller. Shout out Kurt Miller. Like, I think everybody knows who this was. This was Kurt Miller. And why this was Kurt Miller? Kurt Miller is trying to get Angel Reese to Dallas. And Dallas have the assets to get Angel Reese. Like, I was thinking about it and I'm like, I just realized they actually do because Louisa Geisel-Suter is on.
And then simply to maintain the heat, Angel Reese made the decision to pursue a Courtney Vanderloot, legend. Indeed, one of the most prestigious names in the history of women's basketball. That would be equivalent to an intern stating, "You know what? As they enter the office for the first time, I could manage this organization more effectively than the CEO. You come for the legends, but only if you're prepared for everyone to suddenly turn against you out of pure devotion." The league's executives couldn't help but add fuel to the fire. Some were extremely honest. They believed that a championship squad shouldn't be built around a player like Angel Reese. That doesn't exactly sound like a cornerstone of a franchise. Next, another executive came out swinging at Chicago. Embarrassing. It seems that Reese was benched after phoning their suspended teammates and dragging Chicago Sky management. That didn't exactly inspire confidence for less than a whole game. This reasoning suggests that Chicago is doing more than just treating a star poorly. Their entire franchise is being operated as a collective project, with everyone forgetting the deadline until the evening before. However, the most shocking development in all of this wasn't an executive comment or a suspension.
And Angel Reese doesn't actually even end up doing warm-ups. She has her little like back warmer brace thing around her warm-up gear. She didn't even have her hair tied up. She was just kind of chilling. And she didn't play in the first half. And then after the first half, we get this announcement. So you guys, this is actually in the middle of the game. She has never entered the game yet. We get this announcement. It says, after serving a suspension during the first half of tonight's game versus the Las Vegas Aces, Angel Reese has been ruled out for the second half due to a back injury for the team. I'm laughing because it's just all so comical. She knew that she was not going to play the second half of the game. Whether the team wanted her to or not, she wasn't going to play. Am I saying that she's faking a back injury? Not necessarily.
No, it was Reese's makeover on Instagram. There is more to dropping Chi-Town Barbie than simply looks. It's the universal athlete signal for after Valentine's Day. I'm gonna ghost this squad more ruthlessly than an ex. Scrubbing social media is a digital smoke signal of dissatisfaction. Before any formal exchange ever takes place, fans are following flights and adding welcome to Dallas modifications after the bio update and the removed photographs. Speaking of Dallas, there are already whispers circulating that Reese and Paige Buckers could want to move there. Although that makes for some interesting headlines, WNBA execs as excited about bringing in drama as if it were a rare wine. According to reports, at least one executive stated she must obtain the hell out of Chicago, which may be the year's biggest understatement. Perhaps Reed believes that she is saving herself by leaving the Windy City if it was chosen as the worst run franchise in a recent player survey. You know something's off when you're tied with the Connecticut Sun for the distinction of most dysfunctional franchise. It's not leadership to suspend your best player for calling everyone else trash. Damage control that resembles amateur improv more. The irony in this situation is that Chicago might perhaps get better without Reed. Camila Cardoso was poised and prepared to take control. Alongside Reese, Cardoso could easily transition into a 20 and 12 role if he were gone. She has the opportunity, the skill, and the size.
She's not getting involved at all, not smiling, not smacking her buns, any of that. She is just chilling in the back, man. Chilling in the back. Not trying to be involved at all. Now, some people who don't necessarily pay attention to Angel Reese's off-court or extracurricular activities, you might think, well, man, she just chilling. Is he? What? I don't see anything wrong. Man, Angel Reese is one of, if not the biggest advocate.
She is essentially attempting to fly at the moment while someone tugs at her wings, and it isn't functioning. Every night will be a highlight reel if you add Caitlin Clark as a point guard. Imagine Cardoso accumulating double-doubles like they're free freebies at Costco, while Clark dishes out 12 assists per game. Chicago lacks the kind of chemistry that exists there. Reese is still coping with her own game problems. Despite all of the discussion on her marketability and branding, her shortcomings in basketball are clear. She can control stretches, yet she will miss layups that ought to come naturally. Her game has to be improved in a few areas, and the focus continues to shift to off-court turmoil and Instagram biographies rather than correcting those. It's okay to be a brand. Many stars control it. However, you have an issue when the product is overshadowed by the brand. Half of the league will be hesitant to answer the phone if she does ask for one. The true amusement here is how social media propels the narrative. After Angel Reese removes a moniker, all of her fans start making Photoshop jerseys with her in them the colors of the squad. By looking through flight logs and implying that she's headed to Dallas, Atlanta, or wherever the story takes them, half of Twitter becomes amateur detectives. Contracts, cap space, and basketball fit are irrelevant. When the Instagram bio is blank, the trading machine is working nonstop.
Nasty work out here. Angel Reese continues to be flat out diabolical to the Chicago Sky. They thought they could suspend her, and she has turned this thing upside down on the entire franchise. This is crazy. She refused to play in the game today versus the Las Vegas Aces. She's done for the season. She's not going to lace back up for the Chicago Sky. Angel Reese has officially...
The most hilarious of all was the trade machine mob. All of a sudden, each league Team A prospective suitor. Dallas is the ideal combination of Indiana Fever, Paige Bowers, Washington Mystics, and homecoming vibes. With Caitlin Clark, picture her. Either it is wonderful or it is disastrous. Why not throw gasoline on the dynasty? Someone even included the Las Vegas Aces in the mix. These situations disregarded reality, chemistry, and money. Small details in the realm of online conjecture. Here's the irony though. Real executives are most likely drinking coffee, sighing, and debating whether they truly want the drama, while fans are giddy with anticipation. Recall that CEOs have already stated that she is not the best candidate. Thus, with a 10-foot pole, the teams chasing rings might not want to get involved in this story. When turmoil is just 2 steps away, why bring it in? From a trophy, on the other hand, Angel Reese might not even be at the top of Chicago's list of issues. It would be like putting oil and fire together. Either a complete meltdown or tremendous success. She might be welcomed by the Mystics, because chaos is what DC politics are all about. The story continues wherever she ends up. Is she capable of being more than the brand? Is she able to justify the baggage by concentrating on basketball? Or is this a long-running reality program masquerading as a career?
At least that's what it appeared to be in tonight's game in the final matchup between the Las Vegas Aces and the Chicago Sky. We got defeated. We got blown out of the water, us Chicago Sky fans. We just met up with them just the other day on Sunday. We lost by 14 points. Today, this game concluded with the Vegas Aces being on top with 92 points. We were only able to put up 61 points. Yeah, we did worse than what we did on...
Without Reese, at last, Camila Cardoso receives the recognition she is due. She does more than merely perform roles. She's designed to be a beast of 20 and 12. Additionally, the league might not be prepared for that kind of nightly stat sheet damage if she ever partners with Caitlin Clark. There are times when subtraction truly is adding, and Reese's departure might be a bright spot. But back to Ree, who isn't going to let this story go peacefully. Every action she takes, every post she removes, and every enigmatic emoji she uses just serves to fan the flames. Decisions are being made by more than simply a basketball player. This brand masterfully maintains the conversation, and executives are responsible for that. Could admire in private. She dominates news even when she's suspended and cleaning up Instagram. They want to witness dominance on the court, not simply viral moments off it, if she is going to demand attention. If so, the entire story appears more like a sideshow than a celebrity career. This leads us back to the unavoidable. A trade seems less like a chance and more like fate. The dressing room was broken by the suspension. The Instagram bio was the breakup text. Executives have already begun to speculate. Battle lines are being drawn by fans. The Chicago team is too disorganized to fix this. Reese is aware of it. The Sky is aware of it. The league is aware of it. The only questions are where and when. Here's the worst part, though. The story doesn't finish even if she is traded. It just moves. The The Instagram bio serves as the scorecard, and whatever city she ends up in becomes the new stage. Will she step up her game, accept a new beginning and silence critics, or will she take the mayhem with her, transforming yet another changing room into a circus? In any case, this drama is superior to half of the Netflix series available at the moment, so we're watching with popcorn in hand. And let's face it, we're discussing the WNBA here, a league in dire need of viewers, engagement, and plots. All three are provided by Angel Reese, whether you like it or not. She's divisive, she keeps everyone talking, and is unpredictable. You're listening, whether you like her or not. Furthermore, compared to half of the players who are not well known, the drama is, in a sense, the main attraction. So here we are. The self-described Chi-Town Barbie, Angel Reese, is no longer Barbie. The league heard the slap on the wrist that was the half-game ban. The silent mic drop was the removal of Instagram. Chicago is in decline, executives are muttering, and fans are yelling. The one thing we can be sure of is this: regardless of whether she stays or leaves, succeeds or fails, the story is far from over. Not even close.